Since the early days of mechanized logging, there were loggers who wanted to carry logs out of the woods. Timberjack responded by taking a 200 series skidder, extending the frame, and adding a log loader. But as the market developed for cut-to-length logs, we developed the first Timberjack 230 forwarder. And now, more than 20 years later, contractors are still transporting pulpwood and saw logs out of the woods on Timberjack 230 forwarders, for a lot of good reasons. Like carrying cleaner wood to roadside, leaving the limbs and tops in the forest as nutrient material, and driving on top of them to reduce the impact on the forest floor and on the roots of residual trees. Today, Timberjack continues to build on a good idea, improving on the high reliability and performance standards of the past while keeping machine operating costs low. The 230A offers a lot for the money. A durable forwarder that is economical to run, with a fast loader. Dual driving controls. Differential lock axles. 2 bunk lengths to suit most applications, and much more. Owners also enjoy the low operating costs, the simple maintenance, and downright durability of their machines. The 230A can get just about anywhere without much trouble, and with optional flotation tires, ground disturbance is further minimized. There are 2 sizes of 230A forwarders to choose from. The 230A forwarder with an 8-foot pulp deck, and the 230A with a full 16-foot log deck. The 230A 8-foot pulp deck comes standard with WR3 axles and with options up to the heavy-duty WR7DL with differential lock for wide tires. Crucial issues like stand damage and soil compaction make tire and axle selection important factors when matching a machine to an application. Let's have a look at how tire and axle options adapt the 230A to a variety of forwarding applications, and when comparing ground pressures, keep in mind that a man walking in the forest has an average ground pressure under his feet in the order of 3 to 5 psi, depending on his weight and the size of his shoes. The 230A with an 8-foot pulp deck comes standard with 23.1 by 26 tires on the WR3 axle. These are well-accepted tires with good traction and reliability. With a full 2 1/4 cord payload, the ground pressures are 8.2 psi front and 13.8 psi rear. Overall width is 108.3 inches. On these standard tires, the overall width can be reduced to 103 inches by reversing the rims. The narrower optional 18.4 by 34 tires provide ground pressures of 10.4 psi front and 17.6 psi rear. The wider optional 28L by 26 tires have ground pressures of 6.7 psi front and 11.2 psi rear. These tires offer more stability with 17% less ground pressure, and the machine is only 1 inch wider than with standard tires. The 230A 16-foot model comes with WR7DL axles with differential lock or with the optional WR7 axle without lockup. It comes standard with 24.5 by 32 tires. With a full 4 1/2 cord payload, the ground pressures are 8.8 psi front and 14.8 psi rear. The wider optional 28L by 26 tires have ground pressures of 8.3 psi front and 13.9 psi rear. The taller optional 30.5 by 32 tires give 17% less ground pressures at 7.3 psi front and 12.1 psi rear. Wider flotation tires, such as the optional 6734 by 26 and 6643 by 26, offer significant reductions in ground pressures. Compared to standard 24.5 by 32 tires, these wider tires offer significant reductions in ground pressure. With 6734 by 26 tires, the machine is only 2 inches wider than with standard tires. And the 6643 by 26 tires offer ground pressures that are 28% less than the standard tires. They also provide rugged performance and good tractive effort. The standard WR7DL wide-track axles on the 230A 16-foot model allow these wider tires to be installed without the use of spacers. High flotation tires have many advantages for both machine owner and the landowner. They make it possible to harvest many stands in sensitive areas that were previously inaccessible. They allow the forwarder to work longer during wet periods, when other machines on narrow tires are parked. And the combination of wide tires and a front axle walking beam provides better stability on steeper ground and a smoother ride for the operator. They also allow the forwarder to travel faster with a full load on good ground to boost productivity. And because the machine doesn't bog down, drivetrain wear is reduced. In fact, maintenance costs on wide tire machines are generally lower than on those with narrow tires. The 230A's exceptional off-road performance begins with the fuel-efficient 100 horsepower turbocharged Cummins engine. The 5-speed transmission, coupled with the 2-speed transfer case, provides 10 speeds forward and 10 reverse. This allows the operator to select the proper speed to match the terrain. It delivers power to all 4 wheels that feature no-spin differentials on the front axle and no-spin or differential lock on the rear axle with heavy-duty outboard planetaries. The selectable rear axle differential lock allows you to match the machine to ground conditions. Usually off for improved maneuverability, tighter turns, and reduced ground disturbance, the diff lock switch is shifted to on when added traction is needed. Underneath, there's a full underguarding for the engine, transmission, axles, and drive lines. The 230A forwarder does some of its best work standing still. 70% of the typical work cycle is spent either loading or unloading, and Timberjack offers 2 loaders to choose from. The Circle 4000 with a 17-foot reach is standard. The Timberjack F60 telescopic loader is optional. For top performance, the F60 features fast, seat-mounted joystick controls and a long 22-foot telescopic reach at full extension. The MG35 grapple features 360-degree continuous rotation with a 1/5 cord capacity. It opens up to a large 54 inches and closes to a mere 3.5 inches to hold a small pulp log securely. And the swing dampening link between the grapple and the loader makes log handling faster and easier. A fast loader translates into shorter cycle times, more wood to roadside, and a better bottom line. Larry Bates out of Brookfield, Nova Scotia describes his experience with the F60 loader.
It's smooth and lots of power. So. Yeah, it's real fast, and for the money, it's the best loader. I run a lot of loaders, and it's probably the best one I've ever run. So.
Both sizes of the 230A feature a heavy-duty headboard and Scandinavian-style round load stakes which can be positioned easily to suit different log lengths. The stakes are curved in at the top and pivot easily to reduce damage to residual trees as the forwarder drives through the stand. The 230A can get around easily in thinnings without damaging residual trees thanks to the plus or minus 37-degree frame articulation and the dual driving controls. The standard dual driving controls with operator's swing seat eliminates the need to turn the machine around at roadside or in the woods. The operator simply backs down the trail to pick up his payload, saving time and reducing damage to the forest or forest floor. The fully enclosed cab meets OPS, ROPS, and FOPS requirements for improved operator safety. It offers good visibility for both loading and driving positions. Both front and rear windows are green-tinted Lexan for reducing glare. The side windows are removable for cleaning. For better ventilation in hot weather, sliding windows in each door can be opened, leaving the protective grille in place for the operator. And for cold days, there's a floor-mounted air pressurizer heater defroster to warm the cab. For operator comfort, the 230A features a turnaround deluxe cloth-covered suspension seat with armrests and seat belts. The 230A has complete instrumentation, as well as a hand throttle as standard equipment. For more effective night operations, the 10 high-intensity halogen work lights have adjustable positions. A lockable toolbox is mounted outside the cab below the emergency door. It also contains the wiper washer bottles in an easy-to-service location. And getting in and out of the 230A is safe and easy with a full step and grab handles. 30 minutes of maintenance each day. Forwarder servicing was never this easy. No special tools, no complicated procedures, and easy access to everything. And because the 230A shares so many common parts with thousands of Timberjack's 200 series skidders, there is no lack of machine support to keep uptime to the maximum. Truly, the 230A is a lot of forwarder for the money. You can't beat the fuel economy and uncomplicated maintenance. It's highly reliable and especially suited to selective harvest operations or thinning applications, and offers a selection of tires and axles to match most operating conditions. And 2 styles of loader, controls, and grapples to suit the operator. Larry Bates has been running Timberjacks for more than 10 years. He sums up what he likes about his new 230A forwarder.
I don't know. I like everything. I like the loader, I like the power, I like the tires, I like the smooth ride, the reliability.
How long have you been running her?
1,062 hours. And I don't think I've lost, I bet you I haven't lost 3-4 hours in all the time I've run it. It's really good.
With more than 1,200 sold, the Timberjack 230A has proven itself to be a hard-working, durable, and reliable forest machine. Load after load after load.